Guys, please check your audio and video settings, please. Yesterday I was talking about Spring OAuth application that uses Facebook. Application, right, boss? Now let's see what we can do here. Yeah, this is the one to launch. Okay, guys, we have written this, and this is security config class, guys. Only one configure method. Check it out. http.authorize request add matcher. If request comes with URL / permit all, login permit all, home permit all. Any other request authentication is required. For any other request authentication is required. Got it? Super. And form login and to login. OAuth to login. Understanding my statement? OAuth to login. Yeah. We develop custom login form having hyperlink to login as FB user. We develop custom login form having OAuth 2 as login form. Okay, guys. And CSF, cross-site reference, guys, disable. We are simply disabling cross-site reference. By default, it is disabled, guys. If you don't write also, not a problem. If you don't write also, not a problem. Got it? It is optional to write. Optional to place. Optional to place, guys. Okay, guys. These are the entries that we have to develop. Okay, shall we go for it? Close all editors. Close all editors. Close all editors. Web security config, guys. Copy this. New package config, guys. New package array. com.nt.config. Say paste. Web security config, my dear. This is not required. This is not required. This is also not required. Authorize request / comma / login comma / home permit all. Permit all. Any other request authenticated. Any other request authenticated, right, boss? And OAuth 2 login. OAuth 2 login. Right. Here / home. Okay, / OAuth 2 login, guys. OAuth 2 login. Remaining all are not required. OAuth 2 login semicolon. Super, boss. If request comes to this thing, permit all. Any other request, authentication is required. Form login is required. And also what? OAuth 2 login, guys. OAuth 2 login is also required. Super, guys. I think other day we forgot to add theme list because I'm going to take one custom login page now, boss. I'm going to take custom login page with the support of theme list, right? Say next. Pom.xml. Safe. It is there in the list of theme list, okay? Right, boss. Now listen. Controller class. These are only Redbus user operations controller home page. Welcome to home page of Redbus. After hello successfully logged into Redbus.com. Successfully logged into Redbus.com. Then what we got? /user. This is returning some authentication object. From there we are trying to get. This is returning some authentication object which is going to get currently logged in username password. Currently logged in username password, guys. Okay, currently logged in username password details. /user. Okay, for /user indirectly authentication is required. /home means what is that? /home means what? Permit all. This page anyhow comes automatically. This page anyhow comes automatically. Got it, guys? This page anyhow comes automatically. Add login.html having OAuth Facebook hyperlink as shown below. OAuth Facebook hyperlink as shown below, guys. No, this is not required. You don't worry about that. Okay. Now listen. This is OAuth hyperlink related, this one, guys. OAuth hyperlink related is this one. So this is fixed URL. This is fixed URL. This is fixed URL. You need not to develop this one from scratch level, guys. Where we should place, guys? Place in, tell me, main / resources / what is that? Template folder, right? Main / resources / template folder. Main / resources / template folder. Okay, just a minute. What we should do? This application, custom login, where is that? Resources, templates, login.html, custom login is there. Let's rename that. Copy this. Let's place here as a login.html. Say paste. Login.html. Login.html. In this login.html, what is the one, guys? BR. I would like to have one hyperlink having Facebook login. I would like to have one hyperlink having Facebook login. Right now, boss. Okay. Let's go for H1 style. Text hyphen align. Okay. 1 minute. Left side only we keep. Left hyphen align. This one. Tell me. Fixed URL, guys. href. Facebook login. Facebook login. Tell me, what is the URL fixed that is there? /OAuth2 authorization /Facebook. /OAuth2. These are once you add OAuth related jars, guys, lot of built-in controllers will come. /OAuth2. Tell me. authorization /Facebook /Facebook /auth2 authorization /Facebook. Yes or no, boss? Here is my Facebook login. Now I have to develop one controller class also now, boss. Controller. Where is this package? com.nt.controller, boss. com.nt.controller. Tell me. Class. Redbus. User operations control. Yeah, that is fixed, guys. Operations controller. Redbus user operations controller. How to make it controller, my dear? @controller. So, tell me, guys. Public string. Public string. I think we are giving output directly means I have taken REST controller. This message you want to get on the browser directly means what? I have taken REST controller here. REST controller directly sends a response to browser na boss. REST controller directly sends a response to browser because controller plus what is this? Controller plus response body. Response body means directly sends the browser. Okay, guys. You want to see this? Show home page. Return H1. Welcome to redbus.com homepage. Welcome to redbus.com homepage. @get mapping, guys. @get mapping, guys. Okay, @get mapping, guys. /home, guys. @get mapping /home. Super. Okay, guys. Tell me next one. Public string. Public string. Tell me. After login page. After login page. H1. Okay. Welcome to redbus. Okay. For login page. What is this? Okay. After login page. Page after login activity. Some page, guys. Right now, my focus is not on that. Okay. Smash this. Next was public authentication. Public authentication. Authentication, what is that, guys? Public authentication show user details. Okay. Public authentication show user details. Principal means current. Principal. Control plus shift plus O. @get mapping /user. @get mapping /user. Tell me here what is the return. Okay. Authentication. AUTH is equal to security context holder. Security context holder. Security context holder. Slash home is taken twice. Huh? Okay, here it should be slash after. Security context holder dot get context. Huh? What is the method we are having, guys? Get context dot get authentication. Get context dot get authentication. Acha, wrong package is imported. For authentication, wrong package is imported. Let's import the correct package. Okay, guys. Authentication. Where is that? Security code. Security code, guys. Tell me. Return AUT. Return AUTH. Return AUTH. Super, guys. This is user. This is after. This is home. This I am taking as a REST controller so that these outputs will be displayed directly on the browser. These outputs will be displayed directly on the browser, guys. Okay, that means in last example we have enabled security on normal controller class. This time I am trying to apply on REST controller. In microservice also same setup because microservice classes also REST controllers only, boss. Okay, guys. This is done. Okay, this is done. Okay, we have done this part also. So what is there? Lastly, we have to run this application, boss. That's it. Lastly, we need to run this application. I hope Facebook, everything is ready. We already logged into Facebook. Right. Come to this, boss. Right click, run as Java application. Right click, run as Java application. Super. Come here. HTTP, guys. Localhost, guys. 4041. I think we have not given any context path. Okay. We have not given any context path, guys. Slash home. We have not given any context path. Slash home. Home page comes normally. Why? Because permit all is there. For slash also, no problem. Slash also, permit all is there. Slash also, permit all is there. Right, boss? Okay. Tell me next one. You try to have after, guys. You try to have after. When you go for after, it is showing the login page or not. Yeah, anyhow, we don't touch this. This is related to Spring Security. We don't touch this today. We don't touch this today because it is related to Spring Security. Okay, click on Facebook, guys. Click on Facebook. We are working on getting this as soon as we can. Go back. Hey, what is this? Facebook 2.8 dialog. What's happening? What's happening? Facebook is saying dialog OAuth response. Sorry, something went wrong. This is custom login page only, na boss. View source. Source. Auth to authorization slash Facebook. Auth to authorization slash Facebook. Auth to authorization slash Facebook. No, 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 no. No, anyhow, we are least bothered about that. We are bothered about this stuff. Yeah, log in with auth to Facebook. Continue as already logged in user will come. Facebook server down. 1 minute. Is it going to Facebook? Yes. Just a minute. No, already in my system, Facebook is logged in, Ralo. Developer.facebook.com. I already logged into Facebook. My apps, NIT, March AP. Pratyusha, in Spring Boot, no XML number. In Spring Boot, no XML will be there, right? You know that, right? Please. Okay, guys. Settings, basic. Settings, basic. Username, password, everything is placed there in application.properties. In application.properties, client ID, super secret ID, this. Okay, scope is also mentioned. Scope is also mentioned. Development mode in Facebook disables. Huh? Okay, guys, we are in what? Development mode of Facebook. Invalid policy URL, valid policy URL to go to live. To go to live. All right. Policy URL. Okay. You must provide valid policy URL to make application. Basics and make sure valid. No, there is no need of taking live. Raghav. There is no need of taking live. Not required. Live means the real URL should be there. The real URL should be there, guys. Save the changes, guys. Changes are done. Okay, now let me try this. Let me try this. Right click, run on Java application. Right click, already it is in use. Fine. Right click, run as Java application. As a Java application. HTTP localhost 4041. Localhost 4041. 4041 home page is coming. Okay. Tell me after login is coming. Click on Facebook. Okay. 1 minute, guys. I think some settings disturbed. Some settings are required to change. Tell me here. Google.com. Google.com. Wait a minute. Maybe some extra entries are required, guys. Stack Overflow. 1 minute. What is there? What they are saying? So I hate this. I hate this because Facebook changed rules for what acceptable parameter. I had escape sequence character not to. I ended up moving my state query to redirect to URL. Okay, this is because comment or user blocked by Facebook. In other words, if a user is blocked by Facebook, if some features comments are this. Where is the solution? Where is the solution? Because last time I did not get anything, guys. I did not get anything, any issue. Happily it used to support. Happily it used to support, guys. Any change in the URL? Any change in the URL, guys? Any change in the URL? This is sudden surprise for me. Any change in the URL? Any change in the policies of the Facebook? Any change in the policies of the Facebook, guys? Any change in the policies of the Facebook? One minute. Spring OAuth to array. Spring OAuth to Facebook example. Latest. Spring OAuth to Facebook example, guys. Spring Boot and OAuth. Yeah, Spring Boot to this. Client ID, secret ID, we passed the same thing. Client ID, secret ID, we passed the same thing. Yeah, OAuth to authorization, GitHub. Anything URL changed, that's what I'm looking for. Add a new GitHub app. Facebook application. Facebook. Achha, they have not given for Facebook. Huh? Okay, give it. No port number in Facebook once. It may work. Where is Facebook one? We are not placing Acha, 1 minute. Let me try that. Let me try that 1 minute. Go to these guys. Here we type just to localhost. App domain localhost. Let me try that. Hmm. Let me try to only localhost instead of this. Copy this, right click, run on Java application. Run as Java application. Wait a minute. Something either from my side or Facebook side, one or other issue has come about. Give me 2 minutes time, problem is. HTTP localhost 4041 after login. Click on Facebook. Click on Facebook. Facebook version 2.8 auth response. Scope is email and public profile. Client ID it is submitting. It is submitting client ID. Guys, what's happening? What's happening? Anything I'm missing here? Anything I'm not writing properly? Let me check. Policy URL, nothing is mentioned. Category education. NIT March APP localhost. This is coming nicely. Can I try with previous one? 1 minute. I do one thing then. I'll try to use old application related dashboard. Developers.facebook.com. Developers.facebook.com. Developer.facebook.com. What is the screenshot I have taken, guys? NATAPP1. NATAPP1. Let me click on it. Let me click on it, guys. Settings, basic. Settings, basic. Not touching anything. Not touching anything. 1 minute. We try to submit this username and password. This username and password. Password this. What is the password, guys? Show. @123 copy this. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Nothing to panic, guys. Paste. Client ID is passed. Client ID is passed. Okay. Remaining everything is same. Line number 10, you given API ID previously. Acha. Client ID is different. Application ID is different. Client ID is different. No, Rabab, right now, boss. Line number 10, that is client ID only, na? Right only. Application ID only becomes client ID, boss. Application ID only becomes client ID, right? Yeah, this itself becomes client ID. Application ID becomes client ID. Okay, fine, no problem. Yeah, we have taken something else today, this time. Run the application, boss. Run the application. Oh, port member is busy. Yeah? Let's stop the application. Let us run the application. Java application, guys. Yeah, sometimes it will test our patience. We should not lose our patience. Right, guys. Come here. http://4041 slash slash after click on Facebook. Yeah, now listen. You previously logged into NIT APP1 with Facebook. Would you like to continue? Would you like to continue? I think somewhere app ID, something I have given wrong, boss. Something I have given wrong, right? Okay. Now let's check it out. You previously logged into NIT APP1. Would you like to continue? Yes. Now authentication is done, guys. Okay. Page after login activity. Came or not came? This is page after login activity. Coming or not coming? Super. Now tell me here. What is there? One more URL. Already we logged in now. User. Authentication object is giving username, password details, and my complete information about user, guys. Role is user role. ID is this. Natra Chaudhary. It is my email ID. Okay. This is the session ID. The session ID. All the details about currently logged in user is coming or not coming. All the details about currently logged in user is coming or not coming. So definitely it's coming. Problem is not from our side. Problem is there from what? Facebook side, guys. Okay. Right, boss. Okay. Facebook side only some disturbance has come, not from our side, right? Did you notice that? Okay. Did you notice that? Facebook side only some disturbance has come. Okay. Here, what is there? Any changes are you finding? Any changes are you finding here? Application type none. Application type none. Category, yeah. On dashboard, we can see category. Application type none, right? That is the only difference. Remaining all are same, boss. Remaining all are same, it seems. 1 minute. Let me confirm what we are giving there. HTTP localhost 4041. Only localhost I will find out. I'll confirm that. I'll confirm that by just saving the changes. Changes are done. Okay. Now you stop the application. Right click. Tell me. Run as the Java application. Run as the Java application, guys. Run as the Java application. This window is already authenticated. Don't worry about it. Tell me here. HTTP 4041. Here is my what? After. Login page has come. Facebook. Yeah, page after login activity. Why? So that is complete URL only, boss. There you have to give complete URL only. So for that matter, here, what is that? We should write. What is the one we should write? Localhost 404. There we have to write complete URL. Okay. Now let's try once with okay. Rather experimenting on this, can we spend time on Gmail? Can we spend time on Gmail? After Gmail, if time permits, we will look into this one, right? Shall we go to Gmail, guys? One or other settings issue, guys. Okay. If time permits, we'll come back. We'll come back and we'll experiment with a new one. Okay, boss. Tell me. Here is the application. If you don't take custom login page also, no problem. If you don't take custom login page also, no problem, because we have not enabled it, right? We have not any. This is a ready-made form page only. Taking custom login page is optional, boss. This is optional because we have not enabled it. Okay. Let it be, boss. Next one. Developing single sign-on application using Google. Register client application with Google API. Console.developers.google.com. Console.developer.google.com. Console.developer.google.com. Hey, not developer, developers. Developers.google.com. Developers.google.com. Okay. Tell me what is the next thing? Project name. Create a new project. Go to projection, select it. Go to projects section. Where is projects section, guys? Are you able to see that? Are you able to see that? Account. Projects section. Projects section. Here is there. Here is there. Here is there. Already so many projects are created now, boss. Okay. So now let's create a new project. Where is the new project creation option? No option of creating new projects. Okay. Where is the option of creating new project? Top of the corner. Here. No. Acha, here new project option is there. Fine, boss. New project option is there. No problem. In my quota, only 4 projects are remained. No problem. NIT March. NIT March. Okay. NIT March Prosuver. Okay, some name. NIT March Prosuver. Okay. Then what is the option? Create option is there. What is the option? Create option is there. Yeah. As an active project, make NIT project as an active project. You select that one here. You make that one as an active project. Now it is in active project. Okay. Yeah, it is in active project mode, guys. Tell me next one. Go to credential, create credential, OAuth client ID, configure consent screens, select external. Go to credentials. Everything is given clearly. Application name. Where is that? Where is that? Create credentials. Okay. Create credential, OAuth client ID. OAuth client ID. Okay, fine. What you want to create? Just follow the procedure, guys. To create OAuth client ID, you must configure the consent screen. Where is consent screen? Where is consent screen, guys? OAuth consent screen. Okay, fine. OAuth consent screen. Select external. Configure. Select external. Okay. Create. Okay, app name. Google GAPP1. Okay, what is some name about? Okay. User support mail. Okay, support mail. Logo is not there. Logo is not important. Okay, save and continue. Email address, save and continue, save and continue. Okay, save and continue. Okay, developer email contact. Okay. @gmail.com. Save and continue. Again, save and continue. Save and continue. Okay. 3 times save and continue. Now go to create credentials, guys. Go to create credentials. Create credentials. Tell me what is the one I have to choose. Select OAuth client ID. Select OAuth client ID. Create credential ID. OAuth client ID. Tell me what is our application, guys? Our client application type is what, guys? Application type is web application. Array, our web, what is the name of the application? Name of the application is not so important. URI1. URI1. Okay, that web client add URI. What is the add URI? HTTP localhost 4041. Done. Next. Then create, guys. Then create. Then create. Then create. Array, we got client ID here. Copy. Save this client ID somewhere. Notepad. Save this client ID and secret ID somewhere. Paste. Later also you can get secret ID this. Secret ID this. One line client ID, one line secret ID. We got it. It is in enabled mode, guys. Fine. We got it. Super. Tell me what is next one. In the same application, my dear. Okay. Tell me. Google related client ID and secret ID you have to pass. Google related client ID and secret ID you have to pass. Okay. Google entries. In the same application, Google related secret ID and this one. I think everything is same. In the place of Facebook, you take Google. Google. In the place of Facebook, you take Google. Am I right, boss? Client ID, client secret, everything is perfect. Now, you submit these things. You submit these things, Raghav. You submit these things. This is Google related entries, boss. This is Google related secret ID. No spaces, nothing. Okay, done. Right, boss. Let it be, let it be. Somewhere in login.html, this one we have to add now, boss. Google related URL. If at all you are using custom login page. But right now I am not using, but if you want to use Google login page, you have to add, boss. If at all you are enabling custom login page, Google related URL. If you are not using custom login page, leave it. Not a big issue, boss. Not a big issue. What is this? What is the URL, guys? /Google. That's it. /Google. Okay. Here Google login, boss. Here Google login. Super. Now listen. Show login page. Run the client application. Show login page. Select Google login. Select user. Select a user, and if you get this kind of error, guys, you should write one fixed redirecting URI. You should write one fixed redirecting URI which is not there. If you get this error, if we are not getting error, no problem. Okay, including error we have documented, don't worry. Say run as a Java application, boss. Okay, let's come back. HTTP localhost 4041 localhost 4041 / after. Okay, this is Facebook now I'm selecting Google. I'm selecting Google. See, access blocked, this application request is invalid. I think we got the same error what we are expecting. Check it out. Authorization error, you cannot sign in this application, does not compile with OAuth 2 policy and all this stuff. When you got this kind of error, what we should do, guys? 400 redirect URI mismatch. Redirect URI mismatch. Okay. So then what we should do? Go to this place, guys. Web client 1, guys. Authorized redirect URI is there, na? In that place, what is the URI I should write? Login / OAuth 2 / code / Google. Remember and tell me. Redirect URI. Localhost 4041. Can you help me? What is that? /login / OAuth 2 /login / OAuth 2. Tell me next one. /login / OAuth 2 /code / Google. /code / Google. I think no spell mistakes, nothing, na boss. Save it. Okay, still it is having same client ID. Let me check. Still it is having same client ID or different client ID. Client ID. Where is this? 851. Here also 851. Okay, same client ID. Client ID is not changed. Click on save, guys. Super. Come back. Come back to application. Guys, are you with me? Right. Back. Say refresh. Google. Alright, now see. Now it is asking to choose the user. I have chosen this user, guys. Super. Page after login activity. Now authentication is over. You want to get the user details /user. Okay, Facebook related user information is coming now. Sorry. Google related user information is coming or not coming up? Guys, are you observing it? Guys, are you observing it? Are we observing? Right now, JSON is coming. You receive it and you present however you want. Attributes, family name, email, okay, IAT, every information. This information is collected from resource server. Authentication is done. Suppose in this browser already I logged in with that account, guys. That's why it is not asking me to submit username and password, right? That's why it is not asking me to submit username and password. Getting my point? So lot of information about that user is taken, boss. Check it out. So many details about that user is gathered here in that through that authentication object, Convinced guys? Got the clarity, boss? Convinced boss? Got the clarity, my dear everyone? So like this OAuth can be used for third-party SSO operation, guys. Using third-party applications, single sign-on operations can be enabled. I hope you enjoyed OAuth feature, boss. Okay, now tell me, spending time creating Spring Security, so many things is easy, yeah? This is easy, yeah, boss. Just depending upon third party for authentication and authorization is very easy, na? At least you got idea how Redbus people, Spotify people are able to provide Facebook login, Google login, lot of other login facilities, boss. Lot of other login facilities. You got the idea, my dear? Super, boss. Okay, nice. Okay, with this, what is completed, boss? Shall we move to messaging concepts? Shall we move to messaging concepts? I'll upload the projects. I already uploaded. I upload the projects. Don't worry. Okay, guys. We have a time now. Let's utilize the time. Okay, 715 message queues. Oh, today only theory. Practicals, you don't worry. We will see later. Super. Messaging, communication using messages. Okay, listen. Communication using messages, guys. So first of all, how many ways are there for client-server communication? Two types are there. Arun Kumar Tankam, is it not REST controller? Can you focus, guys? Arun Kumar Tankam, is it not my REST controller? Microservice applications also REST controllers only. You are in a psychological feeling, my dear. Yes, guys. Array. Okay, now listen, guys. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, your session will happen. Thursday, Friday, I will spend for new batch. Whatever not completed, Saturday, Sunday, I will take long session. Still not completed, next weekend also. I will take Saturday, Sunday, I will wind up the batch. Don't worry about the content. Clear? Okay. Super, guys. Okay. In the messaging, tomorrow you don't have session. Next class is on Monday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday, you have sessions. Thursday, Friday, I'm going to launch the new batch. Is that clear? Super. Okay. Can you come back to the subject? Everyone, please come back to the subject, guys. Tomorrow, no session. Tomorrow, no session. Okay. Client-server communication is two types, guys. How many types of client-server communication? The major topics that are left is what? Okay. Messaging, boss. Messaging and Kafka. These are the two major topics left. And in the Spring Cloud, I promised Spring API, Spring Cloud API gateway, and one, two miscellaneous topics are there. Okay. First, can you concentrate on messaging, boss? Can you concentrate on messaging? After OAuth, boss, after OAuth, Spring Security direct utilization also reduced. Why? Because nowadays every application is providing what, guys? Third-party login only, right? Okay. Third-party login only. Third-party login only. Is that clear, my dear? Got it? Super. Okay. Shall we get into the discussion? Okay, boss. Security-wise, both are same, but Facebook people, Google people provides more secured environment na, compared to others. Compared to others, right? Okay. Working with JWT security is old-fashioned, Ramavu. Working with Spring Security, JWT security is old-fashioned. Everywhere, this OAuth-based security is going on. Because compared to our standards, definitely Facebook, Google standards are more secure now, boss. Yes or no, no? Right. Yeah. Yeah. Okta, OAuth, same wise, but Okta is commercial one, OAuth is open source. Is that clear? Super. Right. Okay, people are worried about JWT. Don't worry, guys. I will provide information. I will provide knowledge about JWT also. Don't worry about it. But after arrival of OAuth and Okta, Okta is a commercial alternative to OAuth, right? So that much importance is not there for Spring Security and JWT. But still you are interested to learn? Definitely. Super, guys. Okay, shall we get into the subject? Okay. See, JWT is still used in the project means it's a legacy one. Maybe maintenance projects are old projects, right? If that is the case, some legacy projects are there which are still running on Spring Boot 1.x, 1.2. There's so many old concepts will still be in utilization. Okay, since you asked, I will give the information on it. Don't worry. Shall we get into the subject, boss? Okay. Yeah, tell me, messaging. Communication using messages, boss. Okay, how many ways of communication is possible, guys? Synchronous communication, asynchronous communication, right? Okay, what do you mean by synchronous communication? Can you tell me, boss? What do you mean by synchronous communication? Very simple. Listen. In client-server communication, client generates the request, server application takes the request until response comes from server application to client application. Client application cannot generate the next request, cannot perform even client-side operation. Cannot even perform client-side operation. Like what? Reading data from end user from keyboard, or doing changes in the browser settings. Even this kind of operations also cannot be done. That means Request after request should be given. Request one given, response one came, then request two should be generated, then response two comes, then request three generated. Everything should happen in a sequential manner. Each and every activity should happen in a sequential manner. Everyone getting my point here, guys? Come on. Each and every activity should take place in a sequential manner, boss. In this communication, the client application can send next request to server application only after response for the already given request came. Request, that means the client application should wait for given request related response from the server application in order to make it next request to server or to perform some client side operation. Look at the diagram, boss. Request one, number one. It is in processing. Response came. Then only it is free to generate the next request or it is free to perform client side operation. That means client is blocked for doing nothing. Client is blocked for doing nothing. Client is blocked for doing nothing. Yes or no? Client is blocked for doing nothing. Understanding my statement? Okay. Until given request related response comes from the server to client. Until given request related response comes from the server to client, boss. Are you understanding my statement, boss? Okay, guys. Every communication is synchronous communication only. When you click on Gmail login button, right? Until inbox page comes, can you do something on the Gmail? Can you do something on the Gmail? The way inbox page comes when you click on login button is a synchronous communication. By default, every client server communication is synchronous communication, Rabak. By default, every client server communication is synchronous communication. Superna boss. Example. Gmail login form submission. Submission gives Gmail inbox. Until this inbox page comes, okay, user cannot do any operations in the Gmail. Yes, na boss? And by default, every communication is synchronous communication. Okay. Then what is there? Asynchronous communication, boss. Okay. Here, client is free to generate the next request without waiting for given request related response. Here, client is free to generate the next request without waiting for the given request related response. Okay, guys. Client application gives request one. This request goes to server application, right now, boss? Second, when this request is in processing, Rababu, client is free to generate the next request. Are you noticing it? Client is free to perform client-side operations. Client is free to perform client-side operations. Understanding my statement? Okay, when response is ready, server application gives response back to client. Okay, did you ever seen Gmail inbox, guys? Gmail inbox, gmail.com. Okay. Nowadays, chat box is not coming. Nowadays, Gmail chat box, guys. Where is chat box? Do you have chat box option? charts. Okay, chat box. Right. Charts. I think it's giving old charts, huh? Fine. All mail. Okay. Now listen. Here more option. If you observe very carefully, guys, okay, you observe very carefully, you can work with the inbox space, compose mail, send mail, all this stuff. And you can also chat parallelly. You can also chat parallelly. Are you observing it, guys? Gmail chat and inbox space operations is not having any link, boss. Okay, for example, you clicked on one mail. Right now, boss. We clicked on one mail, boss. Though it is taking time, you can still continue chatting. Suppose you composed mail, okay, press the send button. It is taking 1 minute time to go. Okay, though that is busy process, we can still continue chatting or not. We can still continue chatting or not. Come on. Don't you think that is asynchronous communication, boss? Don't you think that is asynchronous communication? What do you say, boss? Any message-based communication is asynchronous communication. Even WhatsApp communication is also asynchronous. Facebook chat is also asynchronous. Without waiting for a given request-related response, we can generate the next request. Yes or no, boss? That means in Gmail, very interesting. Login page communication to get the inbox page is what? Synchronous. Once we are in the inbox page, the way we operate inbox page and chat box together is asynchronous communication. Is it not interesting, Ram Babu? In one website, both operations are there. Super. Now listen. Example. The way we use Gmail inbox links and chat box. Okay, parallel. Comes under. What is that, guys? The way we use Gmail inbox links and chat box parallel comes under asynchronous communication. Comes under asynchronous communication. Clear, my dear? Yeah, tell me. In web application, we can use AJAX, asynchronous JavaScript and XML. Okay, to get asynchronous communication between browser and web application, nothing but web server. Now AJAX is part of UI technology. No one is learning AJAX separately, Rababu. When you learn Angular, when you learn jQuery, when you learn some other React.js, as part of that, we are learning AJAX, right now, boss? Okay. We can use messaging concept, messaging-based communication to get asynchronous communication between software applications or components. Software company components, yes. Okay, now listen, guys. Messaging concept. Okay, now listen. One component can communicate with another component through request response model. That is what we have seen so far. No, I want to see one component talking with another component through messages so that I can make that communication as what? Messages based communication. Mostly I can even make it as what? Asynchronous communication. Okay, now look at this message based communication discussion, guys. Okay, listen. Sender application is sending the message. Number one, look at the concept. Array, to receive this message, to store that message, to send it to send that message to appropriate receiver, we need a special software called message oriented middleware. Message oriented middleware. Understanding my statement, guys? It is like postal department, guys. It is like postal department. I send a letter to through postal department. Postal department receives the letter, holds the letter, and delivers the letter whenever correct customer comes, na boss. Okay, that is technically called what? Message-oriented middleware. There are so many examples for message-oriented middleware. Don't worry. Okay, Active-MQ is one of them. Active-MQ is one of them. RabbitMQ, Active-MQ, many names are there, boss. Message-oriented middleware. Take it out. Inside the message-oriented middleware, the place where messages are actually stored is called destination. The place where messages are actually stored is called destination. Is technically called destination. Now listen. Sender sends the message, guys. This will be stored into what? Destination. And from the destination, acknowledgement comes, boss. What comes? Acknowledgement comes that I have received the message. Once acknowledgement came, guys, it is free to generate the next message or it is free to do client-side operation. That means what, guys? It is not waiting for that given message related response. That given message related response. It is free to send more messages. It is free to do client-side operation. So indirectly message-based communication is what? Asynchronous communication or not? Indirectly message-based communication is what? Asynchronous communication or not? I want reply from you. Indirectly message-based communication is asynchronous communication or not? I want reply, boss. Okay, receiver connects to destination, gets the message. Okay, process the message, guys, and sends generated output as a message. Whenever sender is ready to receive the message, receives the message. So that means here no request, no response. Everything through messages. Everything through messages. What's the advantage, guys? What's the advantage? Sender and receiver need not to be in active state at a time, right? Whenever they are active, they receive the message. Whenever they are active, they deliver the message. So purely asynchronous communication is happening or not? And when you are communicating over phone call, both people should be active at a time. That is synchronous communication, right? If you are communicating through messages, maybe SMS messages or WhatsApp messages, whenever you are active, you keep the message. Whenever opposite person active, he will keep the message. So like this communication will happen or not? Super, guys. Tell me. Mom is software that acts as a middleman for both sender and receiver. And it contains memory called destination to hold messages sent by the sender application and to deliver the same messages to receiver application. Super. In messaging, the messages will go from one application to another application in continuous flow like a stream. SMS, this is very important. SMS messaging, WhatsApp messaging, mailing does not come under messages-based communication because that deals with person-to-person communication. The actual messaging takes place between two software applications or component. Okay. So whatever messaging I am teaching, it is no way related to SMS messaging, WhatsApp messaging, mailing, boss. Come on, guys. Are you getting my point? It is the messaging between two software applications. It's a messaging between two REST controllers. It's a messaging between two microservice communications, right? It's a component to component messaging. The messaging what we are going to learn here is what? Component to component communication. Software application to software application based messaging was. Okay, because SMS messaging, mailing, WhatsApp messaging, their people to people communication is involved. Okay, what messaging I'm teaching here using JMS, using Kafka, that is the communication between what? Two software application. That's the communication between two software application. Is that clear, boss? Yes, guys. Use cases for messaging, boss. Data streaming based on scheduling. Data streaming based on scheduling. Uber cab availability status. When you search for the cab, what happened? Cab information should be continuously given to you or not? Cab information should be given continuously to you or not? It's happening through messages, Babu. You ask only for one time, but they give lot of times information to you. This cab, this fellow here, this fellow here, this fellow here. Goods delivery application, store availability status, live train running status, live cricket score status, and etc. In all these places, what happened? Messagings are used, boss. Why? Why not request and response? Those informations will change minute to minute, Rabo. Minute to minute, we cannot give request, na boss. We request once, but information should come continuously. So that information coming continuously in the form of messages. Web activities and search results. The advertisement agency app gathers Google search queries continuously to aggregate the search queries. In Google, we will get text advertisements, right? Side by side. How those text advertisements will come? Based on your search activities, na boss? Based on your search activities, you searching so many things in a day. Based on your search activity, it will take the aggregation of your search results. Based on that, it will start providing advertisements for you. Based on that, it will start providing advertisement for you. Log aggregation, guys. Collecting log messages generated by production environment application and aggregating those messages. Continuously take the log messages, continuously what? Process them. Continuously process them. For all these things, messaging is required or not required? For all these activities, messaging is required, guys. So what is the final conclusion, guys? It is not SMS application. It is not WhatsApp application that we are going to develop. It's all about getting communication between two software application. Making one application, giving inputs to another application in the form of messages, gathering results from another application in the form of messages. No request response model, guys. Request response model communication is always synchronous communication. Messages based communication is always asynchronous communication. Everyone getting my point? Okay, look at the use case, guys. Okay, car manufacturing company, accounts department timings is 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Manufacturing department 24/7. Inventory department timings are 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Management, no timing. If all the people should communicate through calls, through request response model, all people should be active at a time, na boss? All these people should be, you are not responding, please. Okay, now listen. Midnight, 2 o'clock. Manufacturing department noticed tires are out of stock. Tires are going out of stock. But midnight, 2 o'clock, inventory department is active? No. Is it possible to put the request online through inventory department? No. So what they do? They keep the message. They keep the message. Next day, 10 o'clock, next day, 10 o'clock, when inventory department comes, okay, they see the message, whatever tires are there in the stock room, they will send it to manufacturing department. But inventory department notices no further tires to supply to manufacturing department. So what they do? They notice more tires to purchase. More tires to purchase. To purchase from accounts department, approval is required, management approval is required. So what these people will do, guys? Afternoon 2 o'clock, they kept one message. They kept one message to accounts department. Account department should verify everything. Should prepare a invoice. Okay. So they keep one more message in the destination. Whenever management people are free, they see the message, they approve it. Okay. Then account department takes the approval and gives go-ahead permission to what? Inventory department. Suppose if this communication is not happening through messages, guys, all departments should work 24/7, or this kind of order activity should happen 9 to 5. This will, and there is a strict rule, 9 to 5 everyone should be available. But because of message-based communication, is there any timing restriction for any department, guys? Is there any timing restriction for any department, guys? I hope you understood the importance of the message-based communication. Since all department-related applications module cannot be active at a time, so synchronous communication among the departments is not possible. So prefer message-based asynchronous communication. I think you thoroughly enjoyed this use case, guys. Where exactly message-based communication is required. Look at another use case also, boss. ICC cricket score live streaming, boss. From cricket stadium, someone will continuously send score to ICC application. Someone will continuously send score to ICC application. They upload the score to ICC application, which is a distributed component, a REST component. Let us assume. This REST component will keep each and every minute one updated scores in the message. Every minute updated score in the message. In the MOM as in the form of message. From there that will be sent to different websites. From there that will be sent to different websites. Here also message-based communication. Your data streaming is happening continuously or not? Cricket stadium, from cricket stadium, someone will update the score in ICC REST component using one or other user interface. Okay, every 30 seconds or 1 minute, updated score details are put into the message. And since all these websites are subscribed to this MOM, message-oriented middleware, they continuously get the live feeds. They continuously get the live feeds, live info. Otherwise, it will be headache, na boss. Every 1 minute, these people requesting, then getting, both should be in active mode. And for 1 minute, ClickBuzz is down. For 1 minute, ICC REST application down. This kind of headache should not be there, na boss. That's why they go for what? For live data streaming, they prefer going for message. Kafka is also one kind of messaging model. I will introduce different messaging model later. Got the clarity, guys? Super. Our next class is on Monday, boss. We'll meet on Monday. Thank you. Have a nice day.